I'm apparently supposed to find these nomads that are in the desert. And you've talked about nomads in the past.
Yeah. Do you know if these nomads have a particular name?
It escapes me at the moment. But I will remember.
I don't think I gave you...
I
do
know,
have a
I
name.
always seem to ask the most inconvenient of questions.
It was on the
At
tip
the
of my
most
tongue, and I just
inconvenient
lost it.
times.
In
the meanwhile, I guess we could get to know everyone else in the tavern. What's
The name-
everyone else's name?
You're not in the tavern, you're in the Great Hall.
Even better!
Previously. After leaving the Broken Blade Tavern, you, Vagari and Byyyeee, decided to go on a little temporary getaway from the rest of the group, just to spend some time together, get to know each other. Byyyeee presented you with a gift, a cloth that he made and embroidered beads into, a sort of prayer item that he uses for meditation that he wanted to share with you. You went to the Moonvale Sanctuary with him. You had a very touching moment where you expressed some of the hardships in your lives and, you know, your wishes for peace and some of your histories and such. The other four, Shun, Hazel, Sabir, and Mercury, decided to follow along behind you guys to kind of ensure that everything was going properly and swimmingly. A prank that primarily Sabir and Mercury crafted up went horribly wrong when a miscalculation led what was meant to be a small little burst of, you know, bad-smelling stink bomb into a giant acid bath that burst all over Byyyee's back. Sabir tended to Byyyee's wounds. You learned about Sarah Lynn Moonvale, the person in charge of the Moonvale Sanctuary. Got a little bit of history about Mercury, and then proceeded to make your way back into town, where Sabir and Byyyeee, you went to the forge, where you got an item made of some sort, a bracelet with a blue encrusted gem in there. Shun, you went to Arcane Echoes to meet the young tiefling Dante, who serves as kind of the assistant / adopted son of Jean-Baptiste Duval, its proprietor. And Vagari, Hazel, and Mercury went back to the Broken Blade Tavern to have some drinks. After that, made your way into the castle, where you finally met Kalaim and got your boons, your gifts, your favors basically paid to you. Hazel, you learned that not a lot of academic papers are written on Wildfire Druids, but there is a lead of a bard that is buried in Mialsam. You've been given an item that will allow you to use the Speak with Dead spell, so that you may ask this corpse 5 questions. Permission to access the mausoleum in Mialsam is still getting acquired for you. Vagari, you found that your parents are still in Alkut, but they've been sold from one family to another, one of the 12 noble families in Alkut. From the Eldritch family to the Kebon family. I think it was Kebon. Should have had that written down. It just totally ruined my flow because the music stopped. So here you met Ying in the library, in the Triscribe library, who proceeded to give you some information on Subnu. Not a whole lot is known about this god, just that it's an Elcutian god, and that people who primarily have information on this are nomads that roam the desert. Similar to, by the sounds of things, nomads that Vagari used to travel with before she joined the arena. Regarding pirates, not a whole lot was found for you because your request was so general, but after having gotten some information, Ying is in the process of acquiring some extra details for you. And Shun. you requested Hazel join you to get the information from Musa Mande regarding your wife and the child that she may or may not have had. Musa Mande has arranged for you to meet Sophia within a couple weeks. Passage to Shalheel is set. Everything is set for your journey, but no information on the child was provided. With this bittersweet information for the majority of you, you moved into the Great Hall, where a feast was held for you all for the return of Mercury and the continuation of the successors of the Winged Riders. The evening continued. You all go to rest. Some rooms have been set for you in the Zephyr Spire, and you find sleep that night. Everybody can take a long rest if you have not already. I don't know if anybody has expended anything, but go for it. And the following morning, you are all to meet for breakfast in the memorial courtyard of the Zephyr Spire. Here there are a number of statues dedicated to some of the fallen riders who died in the War of Fracture. But before that, Shun, you hear a knock at your door.
I'll answer.
The door opens, you open the door, and you see before you Palame, and behind him an individual who is ghostly white, like paper white, and like completely white eyeballs, no iris, no nothing, white hair, kind of mid-length, dressed in simple leathers. Kalame, Shun, sorry to bother you so early in the morning before meeting for breakfast, but I was hoping to have a moment to speak with you.
Come in.
He steps in, and Lenny steps in as well, closes the door behind him. I want to apologize. I heard what happened with Musa Mande, and this is not acceptable. I have been called away, and I will be handling business elsewhere, but Lenny will be sent back to Al-Qut to continue the search. We are taking the information that we have gathered, which admittedly is limited, but we're also using Musa Mande's information to track down the remaining pieces of the information of the whereabouts of your child. I promise you this is not a job finished, but it will be. You have my word. And Musa Mande has been given a very stern talking to.
Thank you.
He just holds your gaze for a moment, kind of studies your face, and you see, like, he's an elf, and he looks young, and he looks full of life, and like as a perfect warrior should, but his eyes, you see exhaustion, and you see loss, and you see a tiny flame of hope fighting against a frigid breeze of despair. And he just holds your gaze for a bit longer. This will be done. At the very least, we will get you an answer. I promise you that.
I appreciate it. Do not want to seem ungrateful. It was good news. It is not Moose's fault. It is mine. So,
It is
Thank
not
you.
your fault.
You do not know.
He goes to say something and just kind of closes his mouth. Breakfast will be served soon in the courtyard. Take all the time you need. I must depart, but Lenmiel will be with you all, and a few of the other members will be present. But I must depart.
Before you go, do I still have permission to go see the tiefling at the forge?
You do, however, Brock must be coming with me. I do apologize that your meeting is delayed. I would not pull him away, especially given the circumstances, if it was not of the most pressing matters.
It's okay. I have nothing but time.
Very well. And he goes to step out, and you just see Lenmiel, the changeling, just kind of give you like a nod and a little bit of a smirk, and he's just kind of like, Musa Monday's good. I'm better.
Great. Find me my answers.
You got it. And he takes a step out. The rest of you all wake up. Each of you is in a room that used to belong to a winged rider. You know to go to the courtyard for breakfast. The scene is yours.
So we would know the winged riders, and we were there in the conversation in the tavern where we discussed that Myrrh was a potential future winged rider.
You know that she's training under Kalain. The extent of that, you're not sure. But she, Lenmiel, and Talith, the three of them were at dinner with you all, along with a number of other members of the castle. Those three will be having breakfast with you all in the courtyard. So you can ask details then.
I would like to investigate my room to see if there's any historical knowledge or anything that's maybe tucked away from like a previous rider or anything.
Previous winged rider, okay. Absolutely.
Anything interesting.
Rooms that have been prepared for you have mostly been removed regarding some of the old things that have been that belong to the winged riders. So the room is a little bare bones. Make an investigation check.
Four.
It's very Art Deco style, very square, rigid, 90-degree angle decorations. Presumably a dwarf used to live in this room. And you do see, so the door that is present to the hallway for the other rooms is, you see on the opposite side, there's a window that shows you out basically over Teeth Canyon and over Könntek City, right? Below the window, you do notice that there is like a carpet, and it's a little lifted there, and you can see kind of makings of a sort of trap door that's there. That's what you see.
Huh. Oh, that's weird. I wonder if anybody else has this. And I'll get my things and I'll kind of like wait by the door if I know where they're staying, I'll probably like try to wait outside.
Yeah. So you step outside of the room? Fair enough. You're in the hallway. You can see off in the distance, down to the end of the hall, you see the courtyard, the arch opening into the courtyard, and the flowers and plants and bushes and the statues memorializing winged riders and other fallen warriors. And aside from that, the hallway. Anybody else?
Before today, we met for dinner. Did we all talk to each other at dinner the night before, or were we kind of just separated?
I mean, no, you guys could have talked after dinner. You want to retcon?
I just feel like we had a lot of info to not discuss during dinner. Like, I know Vigari would have not brought it up.
Yeah, we can go back. We seem to have lost Hazel.
Yeah, she'll hop in. Hopefully.
Yeah.
She's still in Discord.
Yeah, her computer does that.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to discuss things during dinner, I mean, you can discuss it during breakfast. If you wanted to discuss it during dinner, you're welcome to do so. If you wanted to, like, go back in time and, like, talk about these things.
Yeah, I mean, either or. I just know the second that I saw everybody, I probably would have, like, brought it up.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Do you want to, like, we can go back to that night.
Yeah, let's rewind. Okay, so right
Sure.
Hold on to your seats, boys and girls. Hazel,
This baby only goes like
Hazel
80.
didn't get the memo. She fell out of hers. So
Hazel took some time. She turned into a wolf and is exploring the grounds a little bit, just kind of like getting her feel for it, just being in her wild shape form to enjoy for a little bit.
yeah, so we're in dinner, and I'm just like eating all the meat and drinking all the drinks, and I'm just having like a whole ass good time because I'm in a good mood. And I presume at some point I see Sabir at least. I just call him over. Sabir, you're never gonna believe what I was told about their findings.
You're never gonna believe what I was told. You go first. Wait. Who goes first?
I have an
Cards.
idea. I pull out 2 sticks of jerky. I'm like, I have them positioned in my hand where like they're both equidistant from my hand, but you can tell one's obviously going to be longer than the other.
Mhm.
All right, draw jerky.
You always win at these.
And I'll pick one.
I was right. It was the Kebon family. Kehbon. Do you have that written down?
Come on, yeah. Well, I didn't
right.
spell it like that, but I think it's better to spell it phonetically, or else I'm not gonna. I'll be like,
Kebon. Whatever. Kebon. Whatever you want. Kebon is how it's how it's pronounced. Continue.
Okay.
And I'll take one beef jerky from you.
Evens or odds?
Okay. $12. Does that
I don't
Which
know.
one
Did
is
you
that?
call? They are
wait.
both the same length.
Shit.
Vigari forgot to write it.
Well, normally this is not how this game goes, but
no?
I love the idea that they're actually the same thing.
Okay, well, forget that.
And
Forget that idea.
I'll just bite mine shorter, and you're like,
ah, shit, I lost. You go first.
Yeah, I'll just tell you. So, I met him, and it was kind of interesting because he was telling me that, you know, my parents were sold to a different family within the Alkut nobles, and I think it's going to be a little harder than I would have anticipated trying to secure their freedom. I don't think I really mentioned it too much, but I was trying to establish that they be freed like we were back when we were in Alkut in my letter. And it seems like they seem to have a lot of the same capabilities that I do with these weird animal tinglings in my brain. I don't know what's going on up there, but maybe it's hereditary and I'm not just on drugs like I originally suspected. So that's kind of cool. But more cool is that apparently I have 2 sisters or siblings. I don't know. There could be a brother in there too, which means you would have siblings. So we have a bigger family.
Oh my God, that is wonderful. I mean,
Yeah.
we have to go back.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't want to go back, but if it's what we got to do, I think at this point, the options are kind of dwindling. But we'll see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We'll see what they continue to find out as the weeks progress. Anyway, what was your news?
I'll run over to Vigari and I'll give Vigari a hug. I'm like,
You have family, real family. It's amazing.
It is pretty amazing. I mean, I had a family before, but now it's just amazing to know that it's even bigger than I had originally anticipated. I mean, I just thought I had my mom and my dad. I didn't know anyone else, so it's just kind of cool, double the fun.
Well, I mean, if you have a brother, then I'm not mathing, but it's double. It's double.
Yeah,
That is
basically.
that's crazy. Weirdly enough, Jesus, Hazel. Good God. Where did you come from?
You can unmute
Hello.
yourself. You guys are having this conversation in the banquet hall, and like, as you guys are talking, this giant wolf form just shows up next to you guys, just out of the blue, startling a number of people. I said that you were in wild shape exploring the castle.
Ah. Yes, yes.
Oh, don't be spooked, Sabir. It's just Hazel. Now, like, nudge Hazel.
I mean, I didn't know how quiet she could be, but I gotta keep my ears perked up. But yes. Weirdly enough, mine letter, at least what I asked for, could be also found in Alkut, which is, I mean, that's pretty awesome. That means we have to stick together, and I get to meet your family, and I get to find out about this Sabnu guy, which I found out he is a god of death.
Sabnu, how is that related to what you asked for?
Well, it kind of goes back to the visions I have been seeing. And this Sabnu guy is always there. Well, he's not really a guy, he's more of like a crocodile.
And he's
So I
the god
wanted to
of
know.
death? I don't
Yeah.
think that's a good thing, Sabir.
Well, I mean, we're not dead yet.
Yeah, but maybe we should go visit I don't know, the armory, the Ironhide Armory, get you some extra defenses because I don't particularly like the sounds of that.
This shield is fine. I mean, and I got a new spear, or javelin. It's a shorter
Well, at the
spear.
very least, we can give it a buff.
It sounds good. But I'm apparently supposed to find these nomads that are in the desert. And, I mean, you've talked about nomads in the past.
Yeah. Do you know if these nomads have a particular name? Or what they look like?
I don't remember if a name was given. I believe that is going to be a negatory Ghost Rider.
You were not given. Well, hold on. Let me pull it up for you.
It escapes me at the moment. But I will
I don't
remember.
think I gave you.
I
do
know.
have a
I
name.
always seem to ask the most inconvenient of questions
It was on the
at
tip
the
of my
most
tongue, and I just
inconvenient
lost it.
times.
The
In the meanwhile, I guess we could get to know everyone else in the tavern. What's
The
everyone
name-
else's name?
You're not in the tavern. You're in the Great Hall.
Even,
Even better.
Jinx.
The nomad group is called the Ishkatari.
You know, I just remembered it. It was called the Ishkatari.
That's the name. So the Ishkatari is kind of like an umbrella term that's given to a number of different nomads, and there are subgroups within that. But you would know the term Ishkatari.
And you're sure you have to go through this group?
Well, that is what the letter said, so I assume so.
Sabir.
What?
Okay, I've never really talked about this before, but I feel given the circumstances, you should at least be aware. When I left my family in Menzar, I didn't just wander to the Colosseum. I kind of wandered through the desert and at the brink of death was found by a nomadic group within the Ishkataris. And at first they took good care of me. They helped me recover. If it weren't for them, I honestly would probably be dead of dehydration. And so I can't necessarily say it was all bad, but I trusted them. I kind of saw them as my new family, at least temporarily, until I could figure things out. And they're the group that ended up selling me off to the gladiatorial arena as a slave. So I don't know what exactly you need to be doing with these people, but I think that you should be careful. And frankly, I was never under the assumption that I would ever go back or have an opportunity to meet with them again. I'd prefer not to, if we're being honest, but I guess if it's the only way to kind of get things progressing for you, then it is what it is.
I have to know why I am seeing him. But, I mean, look at the bright side. I mean, you were a nomad in the desert, brink of death. Ishkatari, who know about Sabnu, god of death, found you, brought you back from brink of death, then sold you, which is bad. That's objectively bad. We all understand.
Yeah, they sold me into an arena of death for most people. The odds were not in my favor there. I really don't like how this is looking, Sabir.
It is like riding a wave. It is completely fine.
Sabir, just promise me before we leave here, we're enchanting your we're enchanting your shield. You don't have a say in this.
Yes, sister. Here, and I just passed you my shield. I can't leave with you or without you. And you're more responsible than me.
Okay, well, at some point before we leave, I'll see if I can't find somebody who can at least provide you a little extra protection if this is the route we have to go. I'm telling you, these people are not any good.
Well, you'll be there. Hazel will be there. And Shun will be there.
That's true. Power of numbers, I suppose. Speaking of which, where is Shun? I look around.
If you're in the Great Hall having dinner, he should be present.
I'd be there.
With
Hazel, presumably. What are you doing, Shun?
Just drinking. Chewing on a chicken leg. Judging the food harshly.
Well, I think Shun's sitting over there. We should maybe regroup with him, see if he got any insight or wants to kind of catch up. I feel like we've got a hell of a lot to talk about tonight.
I rolled a nat 20. The food's pretty fucking delicious.
Gordon Ramsay made it himself.
It's still bad because I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah. They would not have
You want some chicken nuggets?
The carrots. Pedantic.
Alright, so I guess we walk over to him. Hey, Shun, what are you doing sitting over here by yourself?
No, you know. Being me.
Well, come join us. I mean, you found the chicken. Chicken's pretty good, but I personally think the turkey's even better. I can go grab you some.
Sure. Sounds great.
Okay, I'll be right back. Alright,
While you're at it, get another beer.
on it. Okay, so I'm off getting that stuff.
Or you could have some beef jerky.
Why not? I'll take it. Dry. I'll dip it in
Yes.
the beer.
Ugh.
Not great.
I'll turn over to Hazel. And are you still in wolf form, Hazel?
No, I'll say that I am out of wolf form and sitting there. I do have a question though. Is it breakfast or dinner?
We've gone back in time to dinner.
Okay.
So we're
That's what I
doing
was like.
we're doing the
starting to
evening
piece
before
together.
after
Yeah,
you guys all
basically,
got your
I was
boons.
like, I know Vigari well enough to know she wouldn't have just met y'all for dinner and been like, so, what are all these secrets we're not going to talk about?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, then I am back in my Hazel form. I'll just be sitting there eating turkey legs. Sound good.
And I come back with like a honey glazed turkey leg and like an ale, and I hand it to Shun.
Juice and talk.
Sean, is that like when you say Dusentak, is it with is it with a D or a G? Like goose?
Goose sounds pretty good right now.
It is
Goose.
means 1,000 things. Tusen.
Huh. Dusentak.
I can hear it.
Sean, are you okay?
Never better.
I mean, I'm not the most personable guy in the room, but it seems to me that maybe that's not completely true.
Roll an insight check, why don't you?
I'll like pat Shun on the back.
I rolled a
Just to give him a
4.
little bit of
Well, if you say you're all right, I guess it's fine.
At this scene, you see kind of a couple of you notice that like Kalaim is like observing Shun, and then he starts to speak to some of the people around him and is gathering some information. Then you see he stands and goes to speak to Musa Monday.
I am just so excited about all this amazing food. Have you tried the turkey? You brought me the turkey. It is delicious. Stay away from the beef jerky, though. Whoever gave Sabir that should be ashamed.
Oh yeah, that might have been me.
You should be ashamed. But thank you.
Well, it's good in passing here and there. I mean, to be fair, we have honey glazed turkey leg versus dried up, shriveled sad beet. I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
Yep.
But on that note, I told Sabir, I don't think I told you or Hazel yet. Apparently, I have 2 siblings.
But
I didn't know before now, so that's pretty cool. I have twice the amount of family, which means Sabir has twice the amount of family.
It is
It's
great.
pretty sweet.
That's so exciting. And at this, I'm just gonna put my arm just entirely around Shun and just like rub his like back. Just so happy for you. Oh, I'll give him a little pat on the back
You
at that.
burped me like a...
Sean, maybe I should use some
baby.
water.
Sorry, I didn't mean to burp you. Unless it helped, then I did mean to burp you.
Hazel, you've been a wonderful help today. And for guards, Sabir, a bigger family! Wow. Can this day not get any better?
Well, I mean,
I think we need another drink. This one's almost gone.
Maybe drink this while I go get you another, and I like hand him some water.
Sure. Yeah.
you want to have a chugging contest?
Yeah, I do.
All
I
right,
really do.
pick up that drink.
In my quest accepted mode.
Very nice.
You know, the hall around here, they really have some nice silverware.
It's true. I would love one of these for my own personal collection.
We should probably talk to, the commander and see if where they get them from.
I should have put this in my letter.
I mean, it would be pretty dumb if you were just to write a letter about this.
Are you kidding? This thing is amazing. It keeps the hot things hot and the cold things cold. But you know what would be really cool is if there were more than one color. But hey,
That
who
would
am
be
I?
amazing.
I come back. Oh, hey, it looks like Shun's in a better mood now.
Have you seen these cops?
Like, oh, you mean this?
God damn it.
Cheers to good
Cheers.
friends.
Stone.
Cheers.
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 Ah, fuck!
Cheers.
Where'd you come from, man?
One of these is not like the other.
I've been here
I
the
know,
whole
I
time.
feel so left out.
Where's yours?
A cool cup. And
This
it's
is
in
why
my
I wore a
cabinet.
jacket tonight, so I could hide my
I
shame.
forgot. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll just air dry it.
Ooh.
Well, hey, Shun, if you're in such a great mood, maybe you could just take the cup home. Or to your bed. Or wherever you sleep.
Mm-hmm. Wherever I find a spot.
Well, once Vergari finds her family, then you can meet them. And Hazel, you could meet them. And then I could meet them. That would be great. That'd be wonderful. One giant family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was basically it for me. I don't know if you guys found out anything about, what they were gathering with what you requested.
Hazel, what did you find out?
Well, I basically found out that at this point there are not very many wildfire druids or very many teachings on them, so I am basically waiting to eventually, hopefully, be able to go and ask a bard who is apparently dead 5 questions, which...
Well, maybe
seems kinda
Sabir can
crazy
help
to
you with
me.
that.
So,
Maybe I can.
do you have experience? Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I would have to know a little bit more. But if I talk to the Samnu guy, who I have to talk to the Nomads, and the Nomads know Vergari. So it's basically just we go do the. There's an order of things that we should do, and I think once we do them, it would be easier to talk to this bard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I passed out there for a second. Hazel, did you tell them about your news?
I did. Do you care to share anything about your news?
Sure. They found my wife.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I take it maybe we'll meet her too.
Maybe. Maybe.
Then we can all be back together with our families.
I know what this is. This is drinking of too much celebration. You've overdone it. I get it. He's too happy, he's sad.
Mhm.
I've seen it before. Vagari.
Well, I was gonna say Turkey does have a lot of that Tripto what's it in it. He might just be sleepy.
Yeah. Sleepy.
Well, if you want, Sean, we could call it an early night and catch up tomorrow.
You all have your time. You know, I think I want to take a quick walk outside.
Do you want me to come with you?
No.
You
Enjoy
sure?
it.
I don't mind.
Hey, we are all free. I have had enough of being told what to do, and I don't want to start telling people what to do now. So if you want to come, you can come. But if you want to have fun and celebrate, please. Celebrate.
All right, I'm gonna go and walk with Shun. But if y'all are still here when I get back, then I'll come back.
Sounds
Of course.
good, but I will say I think maybe the Tripto who's this is getting to me. I might call it an early night myself. But you guys enjoy your walk. I'll wrap up here with Sabir, and maybe Sabir can catch up with you guys when you get back.
Oh no, I got to go to bed. It's getting late, and I like to watch the sunrise.
I guess we'll regroup in the morning then.
Okay.
Breakfast. Pancakes.
Breakfast.
Pancakes would be good.
You see, so there's a number of people that are walking all around. Why don't everybody make a perception check real quick? There's a lot of activity here.
Where are you? Where are ye? Okay.
I rolled 10.
Done at disadvantage because you're drunk.
14?
Or
Damn, that's really good.
It was a 19.
Yeah.
or if he's seeing double
I-
advantage.
Shun 14, Vagari what?
10.
Hazel,
14.
Sabir
16.
16. Shun and Hazel, you guys see that Pughie's with you guys. He was sitting with you. He was moved elsewhere, was having conversations. Mercury, same thing, was moved to a couple of places. What Shun and Hazel notice is that Pughie is approached by somebody who's dressed in very sleek, kind of tight black robes with very intricate sort of designs embroidered into it in silver. And they have a sort of like holster with a wand at the hip. He gets up and leaves the room with them for a little bit, and after a little while, he just comes back on his own. Sabir, you notice this, but in addition to that, you notice that amongst a lot of people that are talking to Mercury, there seems to be one person who's like, make an insight check. Five. Really difficult to say, but they're very emotive, and I guess they seem kind of like very relieved, and they hug Mercury, and like they're streaks, tears going down their cheek, and they're just like hugging Mercury and like shaking her hand a lot. This small dwarven woman, and like she looks like she's in like regular clothes, kind of like fitting of a court. And then just kind of like gives her one final hug and walks away. These are the things that you guys notice. Scene is once again yours.
Well, do we know where we're going tomorrow? I mean, besides the armory. I haven't forgotten.
Are we all still together?
You guys are approached by Kalaim. By Kalaim. And he says, I hope that you all have enjoyed your celebrations this evening. I will have a more intimate breakfast prepared tomorrow morning in the courtyard at your convenience. Feel free to sleep in, rest this evening, and I will see you tomorrow. I must attend to some business. He gives you each a kind of lingering look, smiles warmly, like locks eyes with you for a second, Shun, and then just continues on his way. So yeah, you all may do whatever you want. Shun, you want to go for a walk? Go for it!
Was I too much back there, Hazel?
No. I think that all of your feelings right now are very valid.
I don't know what I'm feeling.
That's okay too.
I'm happy that Sophia is alive and that I will be able to see her.
That is a great gift.
It's my fault, you know.
Do you want to talk about it?
And as we walk through the city, heading toward a familiar direction, let me tell you a story. I had been a slave for many years, and I finally got to the alarms. And I found myself working in the fields until one day they found out I could cook. They could smell it coming from the slaves' quarters. And so they brought me in. And one night, when I was cooking for one of the youngest daughters, this imposing, beautiful woman walks in, catches us red-handed. Anyhow, I was making these little flatbread cookies. She took a bite and smiled. I normally like when people eat my food and are happy, but her smile. Anyway, we kept meeting in secret. One thing led to another. It's the first time I ever felt in love. That I truly cared for somebody other than my family. And I knew that was dangerous. I've never been in one spot for very long because people like to gaze at the freak. So I came up with a plan. We were going to run away. I just found out that she was pregnant. I was so excited and so happy and so terrified. I didn't want my child to be raised in that situation, or worse. Most of the time when slaves have children, they are either immediately killed or sold off to the highest bidder. And so I thought of a plan, and we ran. Not very far. I don't know what happened to her. It's been 2 years. The only hope that got me by was knowing that she was out there with our child, hopefully. And when he came back and had no news of the child, I knew they had gotten away. I'm the reason that they are probably dead.
None of that is your fault, Shun. You just fell in love and did what you thought was best for your family.
I should not have involved myself with her in the first place.
Well, we can't help who we fall in love with.
And by the time the story ends, we'd be in front of the Moonlight Sanctuary. Hazel, I'd like to go inside to pray for a second, if that is all right.
Sure, I'll wait for you here.
Do some talk. And I'll make my way inside. Are there, like, various gods of the Pantheon around, or is it just, like, one in particular?
The main god, Augen, you see the depiction of the armored individual with the two hands upon the sword placed into the ground. There are a couple of other gods on either side. Make a religion check.
Natural one.
It's
I'm drunk.
There's a number of different depictions here. They are very different from what's depicted in your school. The gods that you're more familiar with these days are the Kintring gods from Alkut. The depiction of the Alaran gods that are worshipped in Sagen and your school are depicted very differently in your school, usually made out of wooden sort of totems, which are cylindrical and whole in one way. These more defined and detailed statues are somewhat alien to you. But there is one that you notice that is very prominent everywhere and almost always identified. It is Cinna. This is the goddess of life, water, fertility, beauty, health, and the arts. She is... We'll leave it at that because not one on history at this moment. She's off to the side and she has her own little alcove.
So as Shun walks in, stumbles really, makes his way, and he's just seeing blurred faces, trying to touch and reach out for something, but keeps feeling this burning. It starts in the center, where the blackness has been traveling up, and eventually pulses down his arms and into his chains, into his manacles. As he starts to think about asking for help, on what to do, on how to feel, all he can feel is contempt and pain, and he calls forth the warden.
Okay. Make an insight check at disadvantage real quick.
Sure. (18) and a 17 on the die. Insight? (18).
As that contempt and anger and that heat within you start to grow, and it goes, but it doesn't rise as fast. It's almost like a fight. It's almost like you're trying to fight to bring that contempt out, like very, very slightly. Like it's only slightly harder than you expect it to be. And then behind you, you hear the voice. Well, what can I do for you, my favorite little enforcer?
You want me to help you? I'm ready to help you. I want justice. For those that put me in the situation that I am in now. I cannot write my past, but I can write the future.
Justice, I'm good at. And justice, and he appears right in front of you. And he goes to grab your horn and like press on it like he's done so many times before. But instead he just like puts his hand on your head and strokes your hair. You will be good at too. Consider it. He puts his hand like as if he's going to go around your neck, down the shoulder, and just kind of presses his hand onto your chest. Consider it done, partner.
Tusen talk.
And the chains, they feel, he disappears, and the chains just feel so much heavier. For an instant, so much heavier, but at the same time, you feel a strength that makes them so much easier to lift. They are heavier than they've ever been. The density has increased tenfold, but the strength to lift them is so much easier as well. And the blackness in your chest starts to peek out just barely under the collar of your shirt. Just barely. It just grows barely. The gold bands in your skin around your arms get ever slightly thinner. Ever so slightly. Almost imperceptibly. The only reason that you know is because you can feel it. There is a strain inside you that you can't quite describe. But it's there, and you feel like your back is being, like your shoulders are being pulled a little bit from each other, and your back is being like something's being pressed against your back, and like you're flexing your back, and the shirt's getting a little tight around your back.
And I'll make my way back out to Hazel. Let us go.
Okay. Are you feeling a little bit more clarity after your prayers?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Would anyone like to do anything else before going to bed?
I'm good. No.
Okay. Following morning, you all wake up once more. We've done Shun and Sabir. Sabir, you're in the hall. You see Sabir, actually, when you come out, Kalaim and Lenny are walking down the hall, kind of exiting into the courtyard. So you come out and their back is already to you. Shun hasn't come out of his room yet. Vigari and Hazel, what do you guys want to do? Unless Sabir, you want to stop somebody.
No, I'm waiting for the party.
Yeah, I come out and see Sabir and walk over to him.
Does Pewee come out with you?
Hmm.
I'm kidding. He has his own room.
Oh. I was like, wait, is there something I missed? I know I was drinking, but shit, I didn't think I rolled a con save there. So I go out. Sabir, I know we had talked about getting some enchants for your shield, which we're still going to do, by the way. But maybe we should get some breakfast with the others first.
Oh, of course. Hey, do you have a trapdoor outside your window?
I mean, we can go back and look. I didn't see one.
Under the window. Inside
Under
the room.
window? Inside the room?
Can I go back to my room and, like, peek?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do that.
You go in. Certainly. There's no carpet or anything above it. There's definitely a latch that leads into somewhere beneath.
Hey, you're right. There is a door. Can I, like, try opening it?
Yeah, you open it, and there are stairs that go. There's like a ladder that you can like go down.
Interesting. And you said your room has one of these too.
Yeah, but I didn't check. I mean, I didn't want to mess with it without...
Oh my god. Sabir. I just had the craziest idea. What if this is a secret passageway to go to other rooms? We could have been bunk buddies all night.
I mean, all you had to do was just open up the door and come across the way and knock on it. I would have opened it for you.
So, but you know what? Sean and Hazel are probably still sleeping. I'm just gonna peep down and see real quick for myself. And I want to go downstairs and I want to see if it leads to Sabir's room.
I found it first!
And I'll try to like butt in between.
Contested athletics.
Oh, man.
It's so good.
Oh, Athletics?
Yeah, contested athletics.
17, Bugatti. Beat that.
45.
It's an athletics check. 19, bitch.
Damn it!
She shoves you out of the way and goes down the ladder.
I shove it. Don't worry, you'll land on all fours like last time.
Just, it's like on the window perch, like, how do you know that?
Intuition.
You make your way down, and you come into this sort of large, like huge room with a complete opening out to the entire, like, sky beyond. So you see, like, there's no veranda at like the edge of this room, and it looks like it doesn't smell great. It smells like what you like more like a really well kept zoo. Like there used to be an animal that lived here of some sort. It's very large. It's clean, but you can see that there are remnants of some kind of large creature that lived here. Presumably, this is where the mounts of the winged riders resided. So every room, you can infer, has access to the perch for each of their mounts.
Oh, this is pretty sweet. Although it could smell a little sweeter.
Yeah, it's like they haven't cleaned it in eons.
Yeah, it's almost like the shit is so fresh. Like there's a mount somewhere still in here. I don't know. Can I like look around to see if there's still like a mount or like signs of a mount being kept in there still? Or is this all just like rotten dung?
Make either a survival or a perception or investigation check. Up to you.
And you said it was a perch, right? So then, like, after the perch is just drop off?
Yes. So it's a large room that's built into the castle, like, side. So imagine just like a sort of platform, and there's walls on either side, but it's one large opening at the front with sort of arched sort of pathway.
Got it.
And it's like the pathway is like 20 by 20 feet. Like they're like this is a large beast would reside here. What was it, Vagari?
6.
6. You see scratch marks You see, the place has been pretty cleaned out. It's clearly no longer in use and has not been in use for quite some time. But you see that there's like scratch marks, and you see that there are some some remainder of like dried up hay that used to maybe make space for where some kind of animal would lay in as a bed. You would see that there's maybe if you really look for it, there's like a couple of bones from some kind of meal from long ago, completely dried up at this point.
Ooh, jerky.
And
I take some.
it's literally bones, but okay.
There's some remnants on it.
And then you see that there are there's an area that used to house different tools. It's kind of hard to distinguish what it is, but presumably there's like weapons here, and there's there used to be tools that you would use to like adjust a saddle of some sort. That's pretty much it.
What did you find?
Well, it's not what I was expecting. I don't think there's really an easy passageway that goes direct to your room, but I did find this. Jerky. But old jerky. It's probably like a Chateaubriand aged jerky, dried in the sun.
That was a lot of words very fast. What?
Yes, I do know a lot about my jerky. Some call me the jerky sommelier. At any rate, I think there's really not much to see down here. Bit disappointing beyond the jerky. Do you want to go back up to the others?
She is the Arby's girl.
It is a long fall down.
Byyyeee! I got the meats! Alright, now that I got them meats, we can go back upstairs.
Okay, but
Hazel?
I found it.
Oh.
I did find this first.
Oh, well, I'll share with you. I give Sabir some.
Oh, thank you.
It's an acquired taste, Sabir.
100%.
And I'll walk behind Vagari leaving.
Hazel?
I'll walk out of my room and look around to see if there's anybody there, and if they're not there when I walk out of my room, I'll just make my way over to the courtyard for breakfast.
Okay. Puggy joins
Actually,
you.
can I change my mind?
Sure.
She heard Puggy and was like, actually, no.
Actually, I'm not gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna go knock on Shun's door instead.
Shun, you hear a knock at your door.
Come in.
Hi, it's just me.
It is twice today.
Oh, sorry. I just came to check in on you and see if you are doing okay.
Oh, I feel great. Actually, my head hurts a little bit, but hey, nothing pancakes can't fix.
Ooh, pancakes. You know, I had a dream last night about lemon and blackberry French toast. So that sounds so good.
Let's go see if they can do it any better than me, huh?
Okay, but I'm sure they can't. You always set them up for this, and then they're shocked and disappointed. And I just get to benefit from more French toast, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. It is good. We understand the dynamic here. I egg them on, I get to cook for free, it is fun. You get to eat, this is great. Though,
It is great.
I think I won't push my luck inside the king's castle. Maybe just enjoy it.
Yeah.
The dinner was great, from what I remember.
That's probably the best idea. And dinner was good. Probably shouldn't complain about too many people's food because, oh no, I can't cook. So if they stop cooking for me, it looks like I'm gonna starve.
I could teach you.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, okay. I'll add it to my list.
Well, you don't have to stress about it. I feel like we have time. So, you know.
And, about last night. Really, thank you.
Of course. I'm always here for you.
Okay, let us go see the others. Maybe they found something neat.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
And
All right. You guys step out. You see that there's at the table, Puggy and Mercury are already there. Vagari and Sabir, you guys come out of Vagari's room at the same time. So the four of you are in the hallway now. And you can see the table off in the distance in the courtyard.
Vagari, you had a slumber party with somebody that wasn't me?
Oh no, I wish. I wish we all had rooms that connected together, but no, we found this really cool, what would you call it, Sabir, balcony?
Like a secret basement.
It's like a secret
Balcony.
basement of poo and awesome jerky. Here, you want some? And I like hold it out to your face.
Oh no. No. I'm good. Where'd you find this secret balcony?
Where they murdered the others,
And I'll pull out the bones.
Murdered what? I don't think those are
obviously the previous
human
tenants.
or other
Yeah,
type bones.
my Davin, he goes on. He's a joker, him. I don't know, maybe he's right. But no, we all have these doors apparently that lead to that balcony from our rooms. Right under the
That's
window.
cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view if you can get past the stench. Maybe later, if you guys go back to your rooms, you could take a peek for yourself.
Sure. Hey, sorry if I was really drunk last night.
We've all been there. I know better than anyone how that is.
Right.
Do you
Huh?
feel okay?
I actually feel pretty good. Head hurts a little bit, but
Oh, well, you know what cures that, right? The devil's medicine. Let's go get you a shot of whiskey.
hair of the dog. No offense, Hazel.
I'm not a dog.
Hair of the wolf.
I find offense.
Thank you.
Just pluck a little bit of
I am
Sabir's
wolf.
hair.
Do y'all want to head to breakfast then?
Yes, and then I was telling my Davin afterwards, I think it would be good to maybe look into some enchants for his shield before we go on.
Yes.
I agree.
We should make our way to Jean Duval Baptiste. And maybe we could get a fresh coat of paint on that armor. The turpentine tapestries.
There is nothing wrong with this armor. The bloodstains make it real. It strikes fear into the heart of our enemies.
Or it
Knowing
looks
that
you
I've been
spilled some
stabbed.
wine.
Or that.
I'm just kidding. It is clearly blood.
Yes, clearly blood.
Mhm.
Especially around the neck area. Where I slit many throats.
I look down at my filthy shirt like blood. Definitely not wine.
I look at Shun's shirt, then I look back at Sabir's shirt, and I look back at both of them. I'm not gonna lie, Sabir, that does kind of look like wine. Maybe we should, like, kill some people and get that looking a little fresher before we leave, too.
Yeah, can't have anybody thinking it's wine.
Oh, I actually have a solution. I, like, look around for a pen, and I, like, find a marker or something somewhere, and I draw a little arrow. I draw an arrow on his shirt where the stain is, and I go, not wine. Perfect. Now no one will be able to tell.
Not this soul.
Definitely
Just
blood.
an expo. Sharpie actually does exist in Tesla.
Blood, not wine.
Everybody's using a quill. You pop that out. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
Maybe quill is the more proper term.
Burn her!
An inkwell and a quill are in the rooms if you need
It's
some.
like the last season of Game of Thrones where I find them like random Starbucks cup, like, oh hey, I haven't had one of these in ages.
So just think about this though. A land full of magic and wonder, and that blows their mind.
This is why we need to have someone isekai'd into this world.
God. And
nerd, like, you like ballpoint pen? I got 20.
with
0.7 millimeter.
that, we're gonna take a short break.
Marco's like, I need to get my thoughts together. This is too much.
We'll be right back. We're back. All right.
Hey!
Just
You-
fart. Turning his lip.
Make your way out of the hall where the rooms are into the courtyard, where a table is set for you, and there's a variety of different breakfast foods. Byyyeee, Lenmiel, Mercury, Talif are there, and you all take a seat and start to break your fast. If anybody wants to speak to Lenmiel, Mercury, or Talif, now is the time.
How did you sleep, Byyyeee?
I slept well.
You know, you were supposed to sleep with me
I got
to keep watchful eyes.
I got called to other business to tend to.
Oh,
Ooh,
immediately
what
look
kind
at-
of business?
You guys remember the goblins that helped us escape?
Mhm.
Well, I made some promises to get them some material, and when my request was fulfilled, it drew the attention of the Requiem. So I have to deal with their agents now to make sure that everything's good, and I can have that delivered back to the Agu Citadel.
What is the Requiem?
Right. Okay. So the Requiem. Are you guys familiar with Exaptive magic? Everybody can make an arcane check if you want.
9.
I'll choose to fail.
Okay.
Huh. That is a natural 1, so that's a 5.
15.
Shun, you know stories. The term exaptive has come up just a few times, not one that you're very familiar with, but you have heard that it's basically a perversion of magic. It is taking the elements with which magic is used and distorting them in a terrible way to basically misuse magic. So the Requiem is the retrieval and enforcement quango of unlawful and inimical exaptive magics. That's what it stands for.
I feel like some of those words were made up.
Nope.
Quango?
Retrieval and enforcement quango. Quango is a quasi-governmental organization that is backed by the government, but it is also privately owned. It's a semi-non-governmental organization. It is a real term. It does exist. I really wanted to make Requiem work for this organization, so I dug fucking deep for this word.
This is like turpentine again.
Shut up.
Like that shit doesn't exist.
Of unlawful and inimical exaptive magic.
Pretty sure Quango is the sound my stomach make after eating all those wings.
You motherfucker.
Mine was
So,
just
yeah.
an abyssal.
They basically, anything that comes out of the Blightland, or that lives in the Blightland, is something that the Requiem and the Order of the Broken Horizon take seriously. And if I'm helping goblins that essentially live in the Blightland that seem to have stolen materials from presumably the harp or from the citadels, but they saved us, they helped us, so I gave them a promise for some materials for them to work on. So I just have to get with them before we leave, because we're all going to Alkut, right?
I am.
Seems like the best option.
Right, Vikari?
Yes, with proper preparations anyway.
you're right. Hazel?
Hazel, you coming?
Yeah.
And Puggy looks at Vagari. He's like, well, I'm with you guys.
Or you just... Oh, that's right.
No, both of you are doing it. No,
Talif, Lenny, and Mercury kind of like looking at you guys. And well, I'm not going. I have to stay. But Lenny's on his way. He was telling me, and you see, he's got like a bag next to his seat, and he's got his leathers, and he's like shoving his face, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be leaving today. You guys will be able to. I'm taking a faster route. I'm gotten the permission to. Well, maybe you'll see, but I gotta get going. Get preparations made. I'm gonna send in Thavora. She's looking to speak with you guys, so I'll send her right in. Y'all have fun. He gets up, like grabs like a fistful of bacon, and just like, see you guys later, and lifts his bag and starts making his way out. So Talif, Mercury, and Puggy are there. Talif is just kind of like quietly observing, listening to you guys, and kind of gives you a look, Shun. You can gather, you don't even need to roll insight, that she's also been informed of the situation. And she's just kind of like looking at you. And you can see that she's like something's like kind of burning her nostrils a little bit. After a while, you see a dwarven woman in like simple but nice fine tunics come up to the table, and she looks at you all, and she locks eyes with you, Vagari, and kind of like gives you like a sad smile, and she kind of like comes to the table and is like, "Good evening, dears, or good morning, dears. My name is Thavora. I've had a brief conversation with Kalaim on his way out. He wanted you to have these," and she hands each of you essentially a spell, a note of sending. So you have one use of ascending that this is for you all to use if you need to speak to Kalaim, if there's anything that needs to be followed up. You can use this for anyone and anywhere, but this will be for you to speak with him if you need to speak directly.
Sending the 25 words one?
Yes. And it is a single use. So if there's anything additional that you need and you need to speak with him, he will be able to reply to you. But I do have my own purposes for being here. And she turns to you, Vagari, and she kind of like comes close to you, and I heard you were the last one to speak with my husband before he passed. Drajit?
Can anybody hear Amanda?
I can't hear Amanda. Is she talking?
No, I can't hear Amanda.
Nope, I hear nothing.
Is
She's
Oh.
muted.
Did she exit everything?
She'll probably be back in just a second.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, does anybody want to speak to Talif? Or I saw the screen pulsating here, like everything was like just super distorted.
yeah, it's happened a couple of times. Technical difficulties.
1 second, everyone. I would go over to Talif. Well, I surmise that you have been made aware of my dirty laundry.
The only people that know are Kalaim, or Musa Monday, his assistant Brigitte.
Am I back?
Welcome back.
Jesus.
Kalaim and the rest of us. Len, Miel, Mercury, and myself. Kalaim takes his promises very seriously, and he's our leader, mentor, so he expects us to uphold the same quality that he holds himself to. We discussed it. Len Miel is going to continue the investigation. But I assure you, the trust amongst us is the highest there is. Nobody here would betray that.
I don't say this lightly, but I trust you. I do not trust the rest. Especially after, fucking it up as royally as they did. But to be fair, it is my fault, so I cannot be too mad.
I kind of snap back out of it.
So Thavora looks to you, Vigari.
Yeah, right. You were asking about Dragit before we unfortunately parted ways with him. I don't know if you have any questions or anything that we can do to kind of help give you some reassurance that he did the right things up until that point, but I do think that it's worth you maybe perhaps reading this, and I give her the letter that he had written me. I think that this letter is very telling, and one of the things that's telling about it is that you can tell he cared very, very deeply about his family and you, and you might find some solace in reading it yourself.
She doesn't even look at the letter. She kind of just closes your hand around it and just signals you to kind of kneel down a bit.
Okay,
do you come down to her height? She's a dwarf, you're a Goliath.
Yeah, I crouch down, but in a cool way.
she puts her arms around you and just brings you in for an embrace and just is Dragit was a damn fool and a good man and an ass in the best of times. And she pulls away and holds you. He sent me a letter before he died, before he was captured, and told me about the fire in you, and wanted me to assure you that everything's okay. He did what he did, and he wants you to know that you're all right.
Well, thanks. That really means a lot. I know that me and him had a very colorful history leading up to the events that unfortunately did, and it really does just mean a lot coming from you. So thank you.
I told him not to go. I told him to stay. But he and the kids were very close. And when one of Kalaim's goes, they're like siblings, they're like family, they're like his children too. The man died doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Yes, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. If he didn't make the sacrifices he did, I don't know if any of us would be standing here today. So it certainly wasn't in vain.
Sounds like my Drashit.
Yes, he was a very honorable man.
Well, I just wanted to meet you, and then she turns to the rest of you, including Byyyeee, and just say, I'm glad you're all okay. I'm glad that you made it out of the blight safely. And I ask that you please not let my husband's sacrifice go to waste. Mercury is here. He did what he was supposed to do, but if he gave you all a chance, this old woman would request that you honor that to the best of your abilities. It may be selfish of me, but I love my husband dearly. And I know you all are pretty excellent people, despite butting heads. So thank you. And she starts to turn to leave. Oh, if there's anything you need, you all have a home in Könntek with me.
Thank you. He was a good captain.
What was her name?
Thavora. Thorvora. Firmfoot is her last name. And she departs. You guys continue to eat breakfast. Talif eventually finishes eating, and she's like, all right, I have business to attend to in the north. I have to go to the Afkadi Waste. Thank you all for bringing my sister back, saving her when Lenny fell and I couldn't go into the blight to help. I hope that you all find the answers that you need. We're here to help, to continue assisting in whatever you are seeking to gain, but we've got a lot on our plate. We've got stuff that we're dealing with. We can use people like you. So if you ever see that there is something that you may want to help with, we'll make it worth your while. We've got some stuff to look into, but no pressure. You're off the hook. Your contracts are fulfilled. Earn your boons, earn your rest. But if you do see that there's stuff in the world that needs to be dealt with and you want to assist us, we won't say no to some capable hands. So anytime, if you feel like you can, come back to Könntek. We've got work for y'all.
Well,
And I'll pull out the little scroll.
I don't know how rare this is, but you can always call if you need us.
And I'll try to hand him the scroll of sending.
To Talif?
Who was...
She was the one that
Yes.
was speaking.
Yes. Sorry.
She kind of like turns it down. No. You keep that. That's for you.
Okay, but
If you want to stay in contact, here's what we'll do. Go, get your answers, do your thing. If you find that you have the ability to get back to Könntek, or if you find means to communicate with us, let us know. And we'll be sure to call on you. I'll tell you what. And she pulls, like, from her satchel, she pulls 2 more papers. And she hands them to you, Sabir. Here's 2 more. If at some point you discover anything about the Verdoran, feel free to let us know. And if we discover something that maybe we could use of you guys, we'll be sure to reach out.
That sounds fair.
I can't speak on behalf of the others, but I, for one, can say that I'm certainly not staying in Alkut. I'm sure that we'll cross paths again in the future.
Sounds good. Good luck to you all. And she walks off. As you guys are wrapping up, you've got Puggy and Mercury there. You see from below one of the rooms, you just hear this flapping of giant leathery wings just, and you see this huge wyvern just fly out with these lightish red sort of scales, and you see Lenny atop of this wyvern fly off into the distance, southward over the Teeth Canyon towards Alkut.
I thought the riders were dead.
The riders... That's a loner. That used to be Aura's mount before she passed. And Mercury kind of looks into the courtyard, and you see this picture of this half-elven woman with long hair, and wearing, like, kind of grasping a holy symbol necklace around her neck, and sort of large staff crossed along her back with long, like, tight but flowing robes at the bottom at her feet, just kind of holding like this in a sort of prayer stance. It looks like a droplet, like a water droplet, and this is a depiction of the goddess Cinna. And so you see the statue like that. She gave her life in the War of Fracture, but her mount survived. Seji.
Well,
I don't know, but Lenny's badass.
Yeah, he's kind of cool.
Agreed.
It's pretty cool.
any more loners?
Not here.
Fair, fair. Well, how
Does
do we get to
loner
our group?
imply that they are dead?
Aura died in the War of Fracture, and that's her wyvern, Seji,
There
that
were
survived.
more, then. Let us hope for no more loners.
Yeah.
Well, how do we get to our coot?
We have transportation prepared to get you to Alado, and Musamande has a ship prepared to get you across the Ardesian Ocean to Shalheel.
Nothing like
So-
getting on a boat again.
Yeah. Well, whenever you're ready, we've got a wagon ready for y'all at the entrance of Könntek to cross the bridge to the other side.
Well, I think that sounds good. I think we have a couple of preparations that need to be made, but before we go, before we part ways, hopefully we'll see you again, but if not, I wanted to give you this, and I hand her a pack of Marlboro Reds. I'm just kidding.
I was thinking of smoking.
Exactly
It sounds
what
like
I
you
was
would really
looking
like these.
for.
Johnny, I was thinking about taking up smoking.
No, so I hand her my deck of playing cards. I know that you asked what I was interested in or liked doing in my spare time a couple of nights ago, and of course drinking is obviously always at the top of the list, but my dad gave me these when I was younger, and taught me how to play cards, and now that we're kind of besties, I thought that maybe
She just wraps her arms around you.
Yes, I thought that maybe it would be nice for you to learn how to play yourself if you have some spare time.
I'd love that. I hope I see you again.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Like I was saying earlier, I'm certainly not planning on staying in Alcoot forever.
Well, I'm excited to see you again. I'll definitely learn to play.
Yes, and if I come back and you haven't got the ropes, I'll teach you myself.
That would be cool.
Sweet. I just like fist bumper.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss you guys. And she looks at you, Hazel.
I'm gonna miss you more.
And she runs towards you and just like hugs you.
No.
Please be safe out there.
We will. You be safe here, okay?
I'm in good care. I'm home now.
Okay, good. Don't be getting yourself into any more trouble.
No promises.
Okay. Well, I mean that I get. But still, try to keep yourself safe. There are too many people out there that would want to capture you. So.
Okay.
You're too smart.
You're right. Oh. When you get to Shalheel, I don't have the details, but Musa Monday says that he's got a contact in Shalheel for you all. So you'll get more information once you make it to the boat in Alado. And he'll be able to assist you from there on.
Well, that
Lacking
sounds
information. Sounds like the guy.
Oh, Shine.
Hey Mer, before
Yeah.
we go, do you think maybe you could hook us up with a Yugi special?
Ooh, I want a Puggy special.
Maybe not the same kind, but you know what? Maybe it is the same kind. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I can set one up for you.
Awesome. It'll give us an excuse to come back and see you before we go.
Yeah, give me some time. I can figure some stuff out for you, for sure.
Awesome.
All right,
No.
what would you guys like to do?
To the armory, Dragari.
Yes, I don't know what would be better, either going to the armory or if there's some sort of enchantment store we could go to. Somewhere to enchant your shield. The armory might be a good place to start. If anything, they might know where to go.
Well, there was that leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. The leprechaun did have some enchantments. We could go to Arcane Echoes then, I suppose. What do you think, Shun? Didn't you go earlier?
I did. And I pull out the bag of holding. I got us one of those fancy bags, so we can put a
sick.
bunch of stuff inside.
Oh! We got discounts with him, right?
The hero's discount, Savior's discount.
Then it's settled.
Yeah.
Settled. Let's go to Arcane Echoes to start, and yeah, we'll figure it out from there.
Okay. You guys collect your things, make your way out of the castle, and go to the marketplace. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay, you guys make your way to the Emberstone Market, and you, amongst the variety of stores, see Arcane Echoes. You enter, and Jean-Baptiste Duval is right there.
Yo,
Well,
Mr.
if it isn't my
L.
friends. What? What'd you say?
Yes. I said, yo, Mr. L.
Mr. L?
Yeah, Mr. Leprechaun.
Mr. Leprechaun. Right, yeah, sure, because I'm the leprechaun, right. Always so funny, Cher.
Yes, couldn't be forgetting that quick. Vagari.
Vagari.
Yes, and in case it helps, right, Shun, me, Sabir, and Hazel.
Yes, yeah. Now I remember all your names, for sure. Welcome to Arcanecos.
Yes, it shows. Well, we wanted to come by. Sabir, go ahead and show the kind leprechaun your shield.
Well, you have it. I give it to you.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Did you leave it back at the castle?
Oh, well, let me go get it. Okay, so I pull out his shield. We were wondering if you had any enchants that you could impose on this shield to effectively help defend my Devin here if he gets into trouble, if I don't know, if there's a way that you can either strengthen it or him, or I know we're going to Alkut if that is helpful.
An enchantment? Let's take a look at this. And he grabs the shield and inspects it. You want the additional protection of sort?
Yeah, and I'm not too familiar with enchants, but I've heard that they can definitely raise the efficacy of using weapons and tools. That's really all I know. I don't know if there's certain kinds of enchantments you would recommend.
Okay,
I've never been in positions to have one myself, so I'm not really sure what's out there.
I mean, you never needed to.
Yeah, exactly. I just swing the axe and get the job done. Mostly, anyway.
Of course, sure. Well, I cannot say very well putting an enchantment on this sort of on a shield is going to take some time. I could put a enchantment of protection on it, increase the protection efficacy of it, but it might just be easier for you to buy a cloak of protection. And he steps out from behind the counter, goes to the side, and pulls off his cloak. This here, I think, will get this job done, eh? It may not be the best solution you may be looking for, but I think it's definitely could be helpful to you right now.
And this would be as protecting as a shield.
Well, the enchantment that I would put on the shield is already on the cloak.
So we just wrap the shield in the cloak?
No, you just wear the cloak and it gives you the protection that you need.
You give the shield to the cloak, and then the cloak is protected.
That's what I was thinking.
Putting the enchantment on this shield will take me a week, Cher.
Yeah, I don't think we have that kind of time.
And it'll also cost me 500 gold pieces just for the enchantment, and another 200 for time and labor.
Yeah, well, it seems like maybe the cloak is a good alternative. So how much for the cloak, given we saved your life twice? Once from the waterfall and once from your little minions.
Right. I did go for a swim, did I not, Cher? Uh-huh.
Yes, it was pretty traumatic too, if I may recall.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna roll with my good hand. I should have rolled with my bad one. I got an 8.
It's my strong hand.
It's my strong hand.
You rolled an 8?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I already gave your friend here a savior's discount, but I'll tell you what, for you, you can do 450 gold.
Alright, deal. And I give him the 450.
Alright. So here you get a Cloak of Protection. You gain a +1 bonus to your AC and saving throws while you wear this cloak. It does require attunement.
Alrighty. me just add that
Okay.
item in.
Cloak of Protection sold. Mark that off.
That was a bit pricey, but nothing is too pricey for my Devon.
Well, I mean, I have to return the favor. Is there something that Regari might use in battle? Something that makes the, I don't know, her axe swings faster and sharper?
Honestly, Sibir, I could just use an extra deck of cards now that I don't have any.
Well, why don't
That
I
seems a bit
just-
more reasonable. I don't need you spending all your gold on me.
You just spent a lot on me. I mean, come on. We are even.
Yes, we are even because I bought you protection and you are going to wear it.
Fine. Well, I mean, I was going to wear it. But fine. How about a deck of cards?
A deck of cards.
That's
You may
right.
want to get at the Traveler's Rest. It's a general goods store.
Do you have any, like, magical trinkets or something? Something I could just, like, buy and then...
Well, I have this handy spice pouch. You can use it to
Sean's interested.
get different spices out of it. And for seasoning meals, that's a fairly handy trick. I've got this
How much for that one?
for the spice pouch. For you, 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
There we go. You may add that, the Heward's Handy Spice Pouch, to your inventory. Something that may be of interest to you. I don't know if you intend on doing any underwater exploration, but I have this candle that works. Cannot be extinguished, can be submerged in water, and will still stay standing. Still stay lit. It's entirely submersible and very good for dark depths.
Well... Sure.
I also have... I'm sorry?
Please go on, but that does it feel like it would have uses.
Certainly. I've got this he pulls up this orb and you see that there's it's a hollow sort of ball with gold circling it, and you can see on one side in gold filigree it's the letter S, and the other side it's N. This will tell you which way is north and which way is south. It works only on this plane of existence. If you intend on traveling to other planes, not very useful. It is tied to Teslim's magnetic force, so that can be helpful. This is one of my personal favorites, and he like throws it up in the air and catches it, clicks it, and just releases it. Movable rod. Stays exactly where you want it to be, can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. Very useful, many creative uses for it. I also have, and he pulls out this little wooden feather. This is a token of Featherfall, a feather token. Basically, you get to fall at least 20 feet while the token is on your person, and you descend to 60 feet per 6 seconds. Prevents you from taking any sort of damage when you fall from great heights.
Do we know if it is another airship we are getting on?
Pugy kind of looks at you. No, I think that we're just going over water.
Okay, then I shall take the candle, the compass, and the wooden thing.
Okay. The candle.
Are they only able to be used once?
No, the candle works forever. The compass, the orb of direction works forever. And you wanted the rod?
No, not that thing.
We have enough sticks.
The feather token?
Yes.
Okay. The feather token, the candle, and the orb. 150 for all of it, but for you, 120 total.
130.
Deal.
Do you also do trade? Or can you identify things?
I am certainly able to identify things. I generally charge for that kind of service, but if you're willing to wait, I will do it for free for you.
I'll pull out the ersatz eye.
The Ursat's Eye.
We got from the cultists in the cave.
Okay, sure. I'll take this in the back and take a look at it. Feel free to inspect my wares. So I'll just tell you guys what else you see. There is the Veteran's Cane. It's a walking cane, and with a bonus action, you can speak the command word, and it'll transform into an ordinary longsword. And then it ceases to be magical. So it's not a magical weapon, but it's a longsword disguised as a cane. There is the Decanter of Endless Water. It's a big description. But basically it has different command words. If you say the word stream, it produces 1 gallon of water. Fountain produces 5 gallons of water. Geyser produces 30 gallons of water, and actually works as a sort of attack. It will require the enemy to do a DC 13 strength saving throw, or it takes 1d4 bludgeoning damage and falls prone on a failure. There's also the Dust of Disappearance, which basically gives you invisibility for 2d4 minutes. It's a very fine sand in a sort of pixie-looking or fairy-looking glass container. There is the Rope of Mending, which, when the rope gets cut, you're able to... it'll mend itself. There is the... Boots of Elven Kind. That one's a little more pricey regarding the price tag. But while you wear the boots, you make no sound, so you gain advantage on dexterity on stealth checks. There is the Orb of Shielding. Depending on the type of orb that you get a resistance to a certain type of damage. And I believe that's everything. Does spin to come in water, boost of Elves Kind. Oh, and the Orb of Time. Basically, while holding this orb, you use an action, and it'll tell you if it's morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime outside. Again, only works on the prime material plane. So those are all the items. After a little time, Jean-Baptiste comes back. This basically works to replace someone's eye. If you lose an eye, you can use this, and it functions exactly as that. The only thing that I could do about this is I could enchant it with something extra. But as of right now, it just works to see if someone's eye gets removed.
How much would it be to enchant see invisibility?
Yes, I can. And I will check this out for you. So, see invisibility. It depends on the intensity that you would like it to do. If I can one charge every day, a single charge will cost you 300 gold pieces. It will take me a day to do. It wouldn't be ready until tomorrow if I spent all my time doing it. If you wanted a continuous charge, multiple charges a day, and something that would recharge at dawn, you need to give me a week to work on this. and that would cost you a pretty penny.
Tell you what, hold on to it. When we get some more coin, perhaps if I lose an eye, or one of us.
You're
If you sell
intending
it
on
in the
doing...
meantime, maybe we get a surcharge.
I'll hold on to it for you. But I'll tell you what. What do you all call yourselves? You're adventuring, you're stocking up to go on another adventure, right? Explore, do daring do's and such. What do you call yourselves?
I don't know if
We
we
haven't-
ever really came up with a name.
This was kind of our first time being able to sit down.
An adventuring group without an adventuring name?
We've all kind of been on the run, so...
The runners, the fearless runners, the strong runners, the...
she's already got that one.
There's only one.
Well, I'll tell you what, think on it, get back to me, and I will be happy to sponsor you. Arcane Echoes will give you special discount if you wear my insignia.
Okay. Do you have like a franchise?
Something like that.
I will purchase the invisibility powder. I don't remember.
Absolutely. The Dust of Disappearance.
Okay.
That will cost you 250 gold.
Alright.
How much is the decanter?
The decanter is 120 gold.
And these are with the discount?
100 gold.
Bring it up, baby!
How much gold do you guys have? I give you 400 each.
I still had some from the cave.
Yeah. Dang it, I should have
Well,
inflated
I guess
the
it's
prices.
gems, so I should ask him if he cares about the conversion.
He does care about the conversion.
Okay, then in that case.
How much in gems do you have?
1,130.
Jesus Christ. Make a persuasion check.
We used to have that much.
10.
You said 1,130?
Mhm.
He'll give you 900 gold for the gems.
Okay.
Okay.
So then 800 minus the 100 for the decanter?
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Sabir, you bought the Candle of the Deep, right?
Yes.
You also bought the Orb of Direction, the compass?
Yes.
And what was the other thing that you bought?
The feather token with
The Featherfall token? Yeah. It's a one-time use.
All right.
The feather token's a one-time use. Anything else?
As far as buying, though.
Do we need clothes or paint?
Could go to the tapestries and turpentines.
Yeah, well, it's close enough. Might as well.
Yeah, sure.
Well, thanks
Right.
again, Mr. L. We appreciate the business.
The pleasure is all mine. Before you leave, come back and I'll have preparations for you for carrying my insignia. Huh?
Sounds good.
Yes, in
And
the
make sure you-
meantime, we'll have to come up with a name.
Yeah, make sure you come up with a name. I definitely need to make sure that the bards understand those who run into the Blightland and save one of Kalaim's own. stories will start to spread.
Now, if you want stories to spread, got you.
And once we come up with a name, I can just use one of these things. And I can just find out how to use it. But
Is it
apparently
a
it talks to you.
Are you holding a scroll spending
Yes.
sending scroll?
Yes, I am.
Just write up to 25 words on it. Whenever your intention to send it is complete, you just send it and it will get to the individual that you need it to get to. Simple as that. Did anybody buy the Boots of Elvenkind? No?
Nope.
I think so.
Cloak of Protection.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Is Dante here?
Yeah? You want to speak to him?
Just real quick, yeah.
Dante! Viens ici! And Dante comes out, looks at everybody and kind of like shies away a little bit, but looks at you and just kind of like holds your ear and just kind of gazes and kind of like...
I'll get on his level. Hey, so remember when I asked you what toy you would want? Or what's...
Yeah.
So I started to make this. Turns out, I was making it for you. And I'll hand him this like crude slingshot.
Nice.
Yeah. So there you go.
Thank you.
No. Thank you, Dante.
I'm gonna have so much fun. Hey, you be careful with that. And don't go into the sanctuary with that. Mercury already gets into enough issues. I don't want problems with Saraline, okay? And he goes, yeah, of course. And he looks at you and just kind of winks. Welcome back when you get the chance. And we'll be ready for you all, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And Dante kind of like excitedly runs back into the store. And you just hear like psh, psh, crash. The discount will be reduced. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing is as priceless as the joy of a child.
Dante,
And
not in the shop!
shop.
And he goes into the back. So, you guys are going to Talos Turpentine Tapestry?
Yeah. To get
Yes,
some
we
new
would like to buy
clothes,
some
maybe
rugs.
paint.
Some curtains.
See what the store is about, you know?
You make your way to Talos Turpentine Tapestry. The sign shows a bottle. It's a wooden sign. It shows a bottle, and in the bottle is written Talos Turpentine Tapestry. And when you walk in, there are pipes and tubes of all sorts of materials, glass and metal and bronze and copper, that are all throughout the entire store. There are bottles and vials on racks and rows, and the counter at the end. Oh, through the store you also see little kind of automatons that are like scurrying about in the store, tending to all sorts of stuff. And in between the bottles, you see that there's like plants that are growing, different kinds of herbs and different plant materials, just all throughout the entire store, hanging from the ceiling. And as you make your way through the store, you make it to the counter, and you see this large, sort of like 6-foot figure that looks like it's in like they're in like this very heavy sort of armor, and then you kind of like hear like zzz, zzz, and it turns around. Welcome to Talos Turpentine Tapestry. How may I assist you today? Mechanical Man, a Warforged, is the proprietor of this store. I am Talos. How may I help you? Could I
You better
interest
talk
you
slow
in
so
a
we can understand
tincture?
us.
Perhaps. Or a remedy of sorts?
This is not at all what I imagined.
Yeah. Do you not sell clothing? Paint?
we get that question a lot. No.
What about rugs?
The rugs are decorative and not for sale.
What if I were to buy something? Then would maybe the rugs be on sale?
That makes no sense.
Well, thought you could like throw it in as a throw it in as a offer.
Ah, you are attempting to haggle. Could I interest you in a tincture or a remedy, perhaps?
Man, he really wants to sell these remedies.
What do you have, Talos?
Certainly, and you see his legs turn and his body's still fixed on you all. He steps out from behind the counter. For adventurers of your caliber that are fantastic, might I recommend a potion of healing. This will close all wounds and bring you back your vitality.
But wait, whoa, if we're fantastic, we wouldn't need a potion because we wouldn't get hurt.
But we might need it.
Some of us are squishy.
All adventurers meet with unforeseen situations and must be prepared as such. Like, if you need to climb a sheer wall, I can sell you this potion of climbing.
Whoa! And then I can be like, Chief, how much is that one?
This potion will last for 1 hour, and you are able to move across sheer surfaces.
Yeah. I got all that. I just want to climb like a spider. How much is that one?
This is 75 gold pieces.
95 gold. I want to be a spider, but not that bad.
Oh, that is so sad.
How bad do you want to be a spider, Vakari?
Do you have like a 30-minute
75
potion?
gold.
I do not.
If I were to buy a potion of healing, or maybe 2 potions of healing, and if you have 2, and the potion of spider climb, I'll front the gold, Vakari. It's okay.
You want to buy 2 potions of healing and a potion of climbing?
Yes. Initiate haggle.
Haggle initiated.
He's
A
calculating.
potion of healing will cost you 50 gold pieces. For 50 gold pieces, that is 100 gold pieces. And 75 gold pieces will be 175 gold pieces. I can offer you these 3 potions for 145 gold pieces and this rug, and lifts it from the ground.
Oh!
Yes! Here! And I hand him 150.
You get 2 common potions of healing. They do
And a rug.
2d4 plus 2. You get a rug, and you get the potion of climbing.
Yes. Oh my god, maybe we can
It was
go back to
nailed
the
to the floor.
enchanter and make it fly.
Okay. Then your ring would come in handy.
Then we wouldn't need to take that dumb boat. Oh my god, we can fly to Alkut.
On a boat, I have this potion of water breathing. For 1 hour, you will able to breathe underwater.
It might
I'm
come in
not
handy
planning on
because of
falling
candle.
off the rug into the water.
Could be paired with the candle.
And the falling could be paired with the token.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it works too well together.
And then I could use these spices and make a nice soup while you are in there.
In
Are
where?
you gonna eat us?
I don't know. The water, presumably.
So, Mr. Metalman, do you sell seatbelts?
My name is Tatlos.
Okay, Talos, do you sell seatbelts?
I sell tinctures and potions, elixirs, and remedies.
Yeah, I got that part. You also sell rugs, apparently, so there's stuff you're hiding, Mr. Talos, if that's really your name.
Tinctures, elixirs, remedies, and potions. Talos Terp. You just need a partner named Time. Then it will make sense.
Turpentine is a distillate from resin collected from pine trees. It has a myriad of uses.
Hey, look, what is that potion?
That is a potion of fire breathing.
Oh.
It will allow you one use. Once consumed, you may breathe fire in a 30-foot cone.
Hazel, that is sort of your thing.
Kind of.
I'll take one of those.
Or at a target within 30 feet of you, my bad. Yeah,
Wait, did anyone just catch how fast he talked?
shut up. That one is 150 gold pieces.
All right, you got yourself a deal.
Add that to your inventory.
What was it called again?
Potion of fire breath.
Spit hot
Hey.
fire.
I have a question, but can I ask you in private, Mr. Talos man?
Sure.
I scurry him to the back. Do you think that maybe you have a potion that maybe could make me look super sexy for, a man?
A potion to appear more attractive?
Yes.
I have a potion that can make you larger or smaller. Perhaps that would affect your attractiveness level?
I'd say larger, definitely. That's basically synonymous.
For 150 gold pieces. Potion of growth. You get the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours.
Wait, can I initiate haggling?
Make a persuasion check.
You gotta punch in the code.
I had a natural 20!
Konami code.
What did I say? I said 150?
Does that mean we're gonna get another rug?
For 300 gold pieces, I will give you the potion of growth and the potion of giant strength, hill, and another rug.
Giant strength. I mean, that sounds pretty sweet, but I don't have that much. How much for just the attractive one?
I will help you and perhaps take the.
Wait, Shun! Shun, were you listening to our conversation? I push you into our little corner. How loud were we talking? Could the others hear? Could Pudgy hear?
Pugy's distracted by the automatons and the potions.
Okay. Almost blew my cover there. Well, Shun, we'll just keep it our secret, okay? I'm trying to... I know, I think Pudgy's kind of into me, but I'm trying to really seal the deal, if you know what I mean.
Fagari, I do not think you need anything more, but hey, I understand the concept of feeling better in your skin. So...
Yes, I see some ladies put paint on their face, some ladies put smelly things in their hair. If I'm bigger,
Hey,
that seems attractive to me, right? What
I
man
totally-
doesn't like a broad, bony woman?
I couldn't name one.
Exactly, because there's so many.
Here's 200 gold.
Okay.
I have a filter of love. The next
Filter of
time...
Love, where's this?
This works on another individual. The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this filter, you become charmed by that creature for 1 hour. So you would have to feed this to Pudgy. Pugy.
Hell
God damn
yeah.
it!
Roofies.
If the creature
Vagari, do you really want to use magic to make him like you? Listen, I think you got a lot going for yourself. Maybe get the big one. Maybe he'll, that's what he's into. But, like, forcing him to like you, that does not seem right.
Well, how about I get it just in case?
Okay.
Don't have to twist my arm.
50 gold pieces.
Listen,
So
maybe it
what
can help
is-
you on that
it's-
honeymoon.
So total
It's the vial of what?
filter of love.
Oh,
Philter. And all of these items are in D&D Beyond, so you can add them.
And then it was the giant, like the
It-
growth one.
Hill Giant Strength. So for the potion of growth, for the potion of Hill Giant Strength, and for the filter of love, 350 gold pieces, and a rug.
How much do you need?
I have 157.
Okay, I'll just give you 200.
There's really only one potion. Oh, there's a few potions left. There's the potion of water breathing. There's the potion. There's potions of resistance to different damages. There's more potions of healing in the store, just a few more. And there is an oil of slipperiness. You get the freedom of movement spell for 8 hours, essentially.
I'll buy a potion of healing just in case, if there are enough left.
Okay. There are 50 for a regular healing potion.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Potion of healing, 50 gold pieces. There's one potion of greater healing, which is 44 plus 4. That one costs 250.
I'll just do the regular one.
I'll buy 2 if there are any available left.
There's one left.
Okay, then I'll buy 1.
Okay. That's all the potions of healing that he has. Cool.
Do you guys want to try the new bag out?
Sure.
So,
Okay, toss it in.
He's so excited.
I can't tell if it's working. Put more things. Put one of the rugs in.
Ooh, which one's bigger? I like flip mine out. He never said it was clean.
It just goes all the way to the bottom. You can't even see it.
Make sure
I'll
you
put
keep
my
track of
rug
what
in.
your inventory is.
Yes.
I have an idea. What if one of us goes in it?
I don't.
Hughie!
Do it.
yes, yes.
No, I want Vagari to go in there.
You want me to?
Do it.
But the
You wanna-
last,
you wanna
I
do it?
know this
Do
is
it.
a trap.
Do it.
He
Don't
explained.
metagame. Vagari question.
He
Do it.
explained to us how the bag roll works, right?
He explained some parts of it.
Maybe.
I did not think I had to explain something so obvious as don't go into the fucking bag of holding.
He did not say that. Do you want to try to get in? I don't know
Well,
if
not
it
after God told me no.
I said do it. Stop metagaming. Go in. Jump in. Do it. I dare you.
I tell you what, we will hold on to your hand while you jump in just in case.
I still think we should just sacrifice Pugie.
Not sacrifice, test.
I mean, just see what happens. I don't mean sacrifice, of course.
Here, I'll pull out a rope and I like tie it to my waist, and I give the rope to Sabir. I'm just like, okay, if things go sideways, just pull me out.
Of course.
This could come in handy if we're all trying to be sneaky.
Maybe?
One person's a lot less noticeable than 4.
She truly is a genius.
All right, here we go! And I like dive in.
At first! Oh no!
Um,
I'm going to try to
Why did the
grab
good always
onto
die young?
her ankle as quickly as I can, just to make sure.
you tie the rope around your waist and you go into the bag of holding. The rope follows you in. Bag closes. You're in a dark space. You can't see anything.
I have this torch.
And you go to breathe, and there is no oxygen or air here whatsoever.
I want to take my great axe and slash the back.
You take your great axe. You.
Marco's like, how can I ensure she dies?
I'm wondering, because technically, if you rip the bag of holding, something happens. But I don't know if it can be ripped from the inside.
It's like a pocket dimension, right?
It is a pocket dimension, but
I think if you fill it up or something like that.
if you reach its capacity, it has 64 cubic feet of volume, right?
Well,
And it weighs 15 pounds regardless of what's inside. It takes an action to retrieve an item from the bag. I'm just going to read this out to you guys. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, minimum 1 minute, after which time they begin to suffocate. And then there's something extra
maybe
here.
I'll wait. Do I know this information?
No, you don't.
You're finding out firsthand.
All right, well, at this point, I noticed that I immediately am having a hard time breathing, and I'm kind of starting to panic. So I'm like
You
getting
are
ready.
waving your axe around, nothing's happening.
I'll reach in and
You're-
look for the Vigari arm.
Can I
You-
see his hand? Like, help, help!
You don't see his hand, but you feel his hand wrap around yours.
Okay, so I clasp onto it.
Yep.
Should I start pulling?
And I'll pull as hard as I can to get Vigari out of the bag.
This was
You-
a great idea. Let's put the largest person in the bag.
You remove her.
What was it like?
Yeah, don't do that. Unless you want to suffocate. There's no oxygen in there. Roomy,
Noted.
though.
Noted.
Was it at least comfy?
With the
You're
lack
kind
of
of-
oxygen, I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Floating in the air a little bit.
Put your arm in, it feels tingly.
Did you see our stuff?
Honestly, it was so vast and vapid and dark, I didn't really pay much attention to anything in there but the fact that I was dying. Slowly. Alone. See, this is why I got the filter of love potion, John.
I get it.
Well, maybe we could use it for our enemies.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll pocket that one for times of desperation.
Yeah.
Get in the bag! Get in the bag!
Yeah.
True.
Or just put the bag over their head. And then hold down their arms so they can't rip it off.
So many ideas. Okay, Sabir, now put in your carpet. I want to see it good again. It's crazy. Look, it just isn't. Like, you can't even see it. Look, it's what? Oh my gosh. I've always heard stories, and I never thought I'd have one. This is great. I mean, we have one.
Shun, if you are holding on to the bag of holding, I recommend you all designate one person to be the inventory keeper of the bag of holding.
Sure, I can do that.
So if Shun's going to hold on to it, usually the person who holds on to the bag is the one who does it, but up to you guys.
Okay. Does anybody want to put anything in there? Like, legitimately?
I'll put my rug.
I could put the Candle of the Deep in there. And the Orb of Direction. And I will give Vigari the Potion of Climbing.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Sabir. This is the best present ever.
I mean, you could have Chief, you could have you, and even Hazel, all upon the ceiling.
Yeah. Now we can make, like, grass angels, but with dust on the walls.
That is a truly terrifying sight. Could you imagine, in the cave, 3 creatures just above you?
Yes, I will be climbing on the wall, and I will be deemed Spidey Queen, and all of thee will bow before me.
Why? Why?
Why the fuck not?
Well, because
You're right,
Chief.
cunt.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. I have some coinage left over. If anybody. Or, you know what? I'll save it. You never know if it'll come in handy.
Do we want to go get new clothes, though?
It sounds like you do.
I have been wearing these filthy rags for a long time.
Well, then let's go and see what they got.
You make your way to the Traveler's Rest, the general store. You are greeted by a young woman. There's all sorts of materials in here. There's ropes, there's tools, there's some not weapons, but simple things that could be weapons, like daggers and knives, cooking utensils, general survival tools, and a myriad of different knickknacks and such. Yes, hello, how may I help you?
We are getting ready to travel and are kind of just looking for provisions, but do you happen to have clothing?
Certainly, yes. We don't have the fashion of Alado, but we definitely have stuff that can be useful for traveling. What are you looking for?
Something light. It's going to be hot. Also, do you happen to give haircuts and a shave?
We can arrange something for sure. Come, step over here. And she takes you to a part of the store. You guys can look around. There's different sorts of tools that can be used. There's shovels and shears and rope, etc. Yes, you've been on the road quite a bit. These old rags looks like they could be replaced. What are you thinking?
Thinking vest, some nice breathable pants. That is about it.
No armor for
Maybe
traveling?
thick-
You'll remember Ustara got you leathers.
Maybe a thicker vest.
We can arrange that. Have a seat over here, and she sits you down, and she comes back. It's a nice, simple leather vest. Definitely looks hardy. And she comes back with a few options of colors of shirts and some nice pants, some good boots. And she puts them out and sits you down, and she starts to work on cutting your hair and lathers up your face and starts shaving. Don't usually do this for myself for the clients, just kind of sell the materials, but it's a slow day.
I'm getting ready to see someone very special, and I wanted to look more like the last time she saw me.
She stops. How much are you looking to impress this person?
I have a lot of time to make up for.
I can do my best. Tell you what, shave and a haircut for free with the purchase of clothes and boots. But if you really want to impress someone, I recommend you go to Alado. That is the tip of fashion.
I suppose I can wear these rags a little longer then. Maybe throw in the vest.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 gold. 10 gold for the whole clothes, for the whole set, if you want it.
Can never have too many clothes.
Alright, and we'll do something with the hair and the beard, just until at least you can get to Alado. That on the house. And I'll roll with advantage for you. She does this for her husband all the time. 17, I'll give her a +2 for proficiency. 19, not bad at all. You look fairly dapper.
Thank you.
It's not the, Paul Mitchell's hair salon or anything of the sort, but it's quite serviceable, and you look a hell of a lot better than you have in a very long time.
Excellent.
Very demure.
Very demure. If there's anything you need, I'm Amelia Thorne. Feel free to stop by the Traveler's Rest anytime.
Thank you.
I want to take a look at the playing cards if they have some out somewhere.
She has playing cards.
I'm gonna pick up a pack. How much for this?
2 copper.
Oh, well, that's nothing. Here you go. And I give her the copper.
You can make the conversion. It's 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold, so...
Yeah.
So 9 silver and 8 copper for 1 gold.
But how many Electrum?
We don't use that.
Sweet.
Electrum has a completely different use in the world.
Good to know.
Also good to know that for every 1 gold piece that I have, I can convert it into 2 Electrum.
Electrum doesn't work as currency in Teslam. Electrum is a substitution for material components for spells.
Makes sense.
Very rare and very expensive, and that's what it works for. Anything else y'all would like to do?
Do you have any packs of sorts? Explorers, like for exploring, or I don't know, surviving.
Dungeoneer packs, exploring packs. We have packages of such. What are you interested in?
If one were to try to survive out in the wilds of the desert, what would be the best for that?
Well, we don't get a lot of desert wanderers here in Sajin, but if you're making your way to Alkut or to the Afkadi Wastes, I think this might be of help. So the back has a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, a water skin, 50 feet of hempen rope. It's a regular explorer's pack.
I will take it.
How much for the
10 gold pieces.
Okay. Here you
And it
go.
weighs 59 pounds.
Got it. Here you go.
So you can add an explorer's pack to your inventory.
Understood. Because I remember mine went away.
GM.
Yep.
Can I know thieves' tools are a specific set and you can't really buy them, but could I get wire? Like a spool of wire and try to like make like a makeshift set of thieves' tools?
She can get you thieves' tools. The fact that this store serves Könntek and adventures are like fairly common. There's paperwork that you have to sign for tools like this, but it's something that you can purchase.
I will sign under the name Byyyeee.
Done. Thieves' tools. How much are thieves' tools? Thieves' tools are 25 gold pieces.
Excellent, thank you.
Or you can collect all the pieces little by little and kind of make your own thieves' tools. So you get a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted on a metal handle, a set of narrow-bladed scissors, and a pair of pliers.
I'll just get the pack.
There you go.
My first
25 gold
thieves'
pieces.
tools. Excellent, thank you.
Baby's first thieves' tools!
Baby's first thieves' tools.
Anything else?
Good.
I'm good.
All right. Have you guys come up with a name? All right. Then in that case, that's where we'll end our session for tonight. And we'll pick up next time with you guys finishing up at Arcane Echoes and making your way to Alado and then Shell Heal.
We could be the carpet riders.
But we haven't ridden a carpet yet. We've just procured
That you
them.
know of. You don't know my backstory.
That's true. That's true.
Come along, take a ride. Pass the sky for an hour.
Aw.
Thank you all for joining us. If there's nothing else, I think it's time to do the thing.
A ding.
I think we can do the thing. Yeah.
Tiff, count us off.
3, 2, 1.
Bye.